Switch it. Making it happen. Goodbye, YouTube. Oh, man. Phone turned off. Alright. Cool. Van Ballion. SovCits loses car window. Gets arrested on multiple charges and warrants. Sweet. Make it happen. Oh. Turn you off. Here we go.
So if this video is anything to go by, Australian police are officially done with sovereign citizens, and it's hardly surprising after recent events there where 3 SovCits ambushed and killed 2 Queensland police officers. If you're unfamiliar with this terrible event, then check out the links I provided in the description. Anyway, the police waste no time on this stop, quickly removing their car window and then arresting the driver when she refuses to leave her vehicle. Right, let's get into the video.
Window down for me, please.
That's
I'll let you know I'm recording everything that's happening in your driver's license for me, thank you.
Yeah, I'm recording everything.
That's
as well,
fine, you
just
can
so you're
record this one. Just wind your window down for me, thank you.
That's
Oh, I saw like a snippet of this on Reddit. It was pretty funny.
What's your name?
it's going down. What's your name?
My name's Senior Customer Boardhouse Highway Patrol. Favour, give me your details. You are committing offences. Your driver's license for me, thank you.
I'm not in your jurisdiction.
Sorry?
I'm not in your jurisdiction.
Yes, you are. I know your driver's license. Favour, give me your driver's license.
Can you explain how we're in the jurisdiction, sir?
Sorry?
Can you explain how we're in your jurisdiction?
They don't need to. Give them your license.
We're not driving, we're travelling.
We're not driving, we're traveling. Drink.
We are travelling, sir.
Get out of the vehicle.
Do not try to commit an offence, mate.
The travelling not driving argument is a US thing and doesn't even work in that context there. So why would it work in another country? Now, I'm half expecting one or both of them to start pleading the fifth, or better still, cite the Uniform Commercial Code or the United States Code. Also, if you think it's wrong for them to commit offences, then why is it okay for the driver to commit offences? Isn't that just a tiny bit hypocritical?
I need your most senior.
Get out of the vehicle now, or we'll break.
Can you bring the most?
Authority here.
You don't have any authority. What is the crime that's been committed?
Authority.
You're driving a vehicle with registered.
We are not driving. We are travelling.
Travelling. I need.
You guys don't even know what you're on about.
I need your most senior on duty.
Well, bring your most senior sergeant down, sir.
I can totally picture these two at McDonald's complaining about too much sauce on their burger and demanding to see the manager's manager. I mean, SovCits are basically Karens on steroids anyway, so...
If you do not provide details, you will be arrested.
We don't have to give you any details.
Not in your jurisdiction.
I will break the window. If you
There is, and you will commit offence, you'll be liable.
Alright, he said it once. I will break your window if you don't give me your driver's license. I don't know what to do. Let's do this.
For it.
That's not trespass.
It is absolutely trespass. You got no jurisdiction here, bros.
Lots of jurisdiction.
You got no jurisdiction here.
I have lots of jurisdiction.
Who do you derive your authority from? Who have you sworn an oath to? There is no queen of this country.
What?
Don't you dare think that you have authority here.
Even under your... let's go straight to the courthouse.
Yeah, let's drive straight to the courthouse during this traffic stop. Doesn't make sense.
Don't you dare think that you guys have authority here. Bring your most highest ranked senior sergeant down here, because you are going to be liable. You are going to be held liable, brother.
Why do you even want more officers on the scene if they lack jurisdiction over you? Isn't that a contradiction? Also, appealing to the authority of a senior officer when they think it will benefit them in some way is pure gold.
Very liable, alright?
You don't even know what you...
I do have 2 cameras recording.
That's perfectly fine. We've got the cameras recording as well. Because if you touch this car, you're committing an offence.
Cancel registration.
You're committing offence by standing here.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Wait, so standing there is an offence, but driving illegally isn't? I think this is probably one of the dumbest arguments to ever come out.
Duh, Van. Come on. Get your shit together, man.
To the SovCits mouth. I mean, how do you compete with this level of stupidity? Anyway, the police don't even attempt to. They instead force entry to the vehicle to effect the arrest. We'll go over the charges at the end.
You are going to be held liable, brother.
I'll be very liable, alright?
You don't even know what you...
I do have 2 cameras recording.
That's perfectly fine. We've got the cameras recording as well. Because if you touch this car, you're committing an offence.
Cancel registration.
You're committing offence by standing here.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
I'm not. We're in the state of...
You don't have any jurisdiction on this land. Oh, look out.
You're under arrest.
You absolutely
Oh, shit. We gotta watch that again.
have any jurisdiction on this land. Oh, look out.
Fuck your window.
You're under arrest.
You absolutely, you're a...
Yep.
Man, I would love to just get you one-on-one.
Get out of the vehicle.
I'll drive you.
You're under arrest.
Touch her.
Get out of the vehicle, you're under arrest. Get out of the vehicle, you're under arrest. Come on.
Don't touch me.
I'm not going to touch you, just take safe for me, yeah? Yes, safe.
You've got no jurisdiction. Yeah, of course I'm allowed to talk.
What's going on with the graphics? What shit?
What's your name, buddy?
I don't have to give you any name.
Don't need to be like that.
What's your name?
Constable McDowell, West Harbour Police.
So it turns out the police did have jurisdiction over the driver after all. It just took a broken window, the arrest of the driver, and the following long list of charges to prove it. Using an unregistered motor vehicle on the road, unpaid motor vehicle tax, using an uninsured motor vehicle on the road, and refusing to produce a driver's licence. And according to the police, she had 2 warrants for domestic violence related offences. And she allegedly refused or failed to submit to a breath test at the station. But at least the ride to jail didn't take long. This is where the stop took place, and that's the police station there on the left. And later, she was refused bail to appear at Coffs Harbour local court. Oh, and by the way, the cop did use his bare hands to remove the car window, so to any SovCits thinking about pulling this in Australia, or Cobbs County in particular, think hard before you do. Anyway, guys, I would love to hear your thoughts about this one in the comments below,
was pretty
and
badass,
for more on this
not gonna
story, check out the links in the description. Thank you also to everyone who sent me this video and the related articles. I really do appreciate it. Right, take care all, and I will catch you in the next video.
It's a very short video, man. Here we go. Here's a longer
already
one.
falsely ran my name, so go ahead. That's all stacks. That's all charges.
Zero idea what you're talking about.
I'm nope.
Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we head to the city of Medford, Oregon, where a SovCit is making quite a name for himself by driving around in his mother's car on a suspended license, and he's slowly gaining the attention of local law enforcement. So let's take a look at 2 of his recent traffic stops. One where he plays the victim and just gets a ticket, and the second stop where he demands a supervisor and then a sergeant, but soon lives to regret it when they tow his car. Sorry, I mean his mother's car. Right, the first stop begins with him already out of his vehicle and ready for a confrontation.
That's the second time you know me, and I have no idea why. I really don't.
So you're driving on a suspended license and you have no idea why this cop decided to pick you out of everyone else on the road to pull over? Is that really the story you're going with? Well, you might convince like-minded individuals, but I'm not going to fall for that story, I'm afraid.
Is there a reason I'm being followed?
Yeah, suspended clearance.
Is there a reason why I'm being followed? That's not a valid reason to be following in person. You flip traffic twice on me. We go through this. My lawyer is already notified.
Stop.
You don't have a fucking lawyer, dude. Come on. Don't lie.
My lawyer's already notified. I haven't committed no crimes. I've done nothing.
I find it hard to believe that you've already contacted a lawyer, but you go to him with all this stuff, because the first thing a lawyer would tell you to do is stop driving on a suspended license, because it absolutely does give the police a valid reason to stop you.
This is considered harassment.
I don't know. If I was a lawyer and I had someone like that as a client who didn't understand regular traffic laws, lawyer probably makes a fucking killing off that guy.
You're suspended by...
This is considered harassment.
No.
Yeah, it is. And honestly, I'm outside your city limits right here.
Nope.
So this is considered harassment.
Okay.
This is considered harassment, Vega.
You're using harassment in your pocket, please. You're making me nervous. Thank you.
This is considered harassment.
Whoa, what's happening?
Like literally, I sat here and waited for you so I could get this on
Literally.
the film for my lawyer. This is considered harassment.
I believe you were suspended.
All right, you weren't confirming.
Yeah, I was.
No, you were not. This is completely harassment. Like you target me from at the light, you flipped the bitch, got behind me. When I pulled over for you, you kept going. Then you went down the street, you flipped the and came back again, and I stopped right there and waited for you to show that you were following me on film.
Absolutely.
All right, so that's harassment, man. That is harassment.
Sure that you're suspended.
No, that is harassment.
Okay.
That is complete harassment. I'm just glad I got it on film.
That's fine.
And I'm glad you got this all on film too, but not for the reasons you think.
All right, anything else?
Yeah,
I have nothing to say to you. You know my name, you know everything.
you can't leave.
All right.
You get a ticket.
All right, ticket.
All right, so hang tight. All right?
Yeah, thank you. I'm glad I got this on film, Vega.
Good.
This is all my lawyer needed.
Perfect.
Yeah, because I got you like 4 times. My lawyer been waiting to tag
That's
your
cool.
ass.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We got
have a lawyer,
We got
bro.
you on the one way by Mr. Nice Guy. We got you a whole bunch of times.
Oh, Mr. Nice Guy.
Yeah, when you came, you flew down the one way illegally to get me. I got you a whole bunch, Vega.
The irony of a SovCit calling out others for their supposed illegal activity when they themselves are constantly engaged in illegal activity is the height of hypocrisy.
So, anything else?
No, that's it. You just have to hang tight until I give you the
All right,
ticket.
get my ticket, man. My lawyer needs them anyway.
All right, let's get off the road so we don't get hit.
I'm fine.
Scoot back a little bit.
I'm right here.
Give you advice. If you guys prior convictions for DWS and how many times?
Yeah, I do have one. I have like 2 of them. Like, this is complete harassment.
Is it though?
Complete harassment. I'm so glad I got this on film. I don't even know why you even bother me. You want to search me? It's freezing out here. It's freezing out here. My hands are cold. So you can search me, you can pat me down. Then that's what it is, man. I'm free.
Right, so that's where that clip ends. I'm guessing the officer just issued him a ticket and let him on his way, because soon after this he was stopped by another cop, but this time he wasn't so lucky.
Damn it.
Hi there, Officer Fitzgerald. Just let you know you're being recorded audio and video. Reason I stopped right over here, you cross over the white solid line, and then when you turn on the motor, you cross over that
Cross over, though. I don't have license or insurance. I have none of those contracts. I don't contract. I don't have none of those contracts.
Okay.
Shit's gonna get
So I
towed.
just want to remind everyone at this point that he's pulling this sovereign citizen nonsense, getting pulled over and racking up tickets, but he's not using his own vehicle to do this, and this is his mother's vehicle, which she needs to get around. So keep this in mind when he gets towed and when he eventually drags her into this mess, which we will hear more about in the court hearing he again drags her into. Son of the year here, guys.
I don't do no contracts. I don't have no contracts. I have a free right to travel.
Okay, what's your first name?
I don't answer none. Can I get a supervisor?
Can I get your first name?
Can I please get a supervisor?
So here's the thing I'm going to explain to you. If you fail to present and carry, that is a crime. Right now, all I have is traffic violations.
All right, well, I don't have no license. I don't have none of those contracts. I don't do
Still need
none of
ID yourself, man. Oh my fucking god.
You guys know who I am, man. This is like a repeated thing all the time.
So I don't know.
Just listen to him. He's already a legend in his own head, and he's only been doing this SovCit thing for about a month or so. Look, not every cop who pulls you over knows who you are. You will now be on their radar if you continue to drive your mother's vehicle around illegally, but please don't get into the habit of thinking you're more important than you are. That's a level of narcissism nobody needs to witness.
Do you have no insurance?
This is not my car.
No, he doesn't have insurance.
Does she have insurance?
This is all her stuff. I'm pretty sure she has everything she's supposed to
Can you
have.
grab me the proof of insurance?
I know it's Wawanisa.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you with the cars passing by.
It's all Wawanisa. I know she has it though. It might be on her phone. It's Wawanisa. You need me to call and get her out here? I do this all the
You
time.
can call her and have her send you a picture of the insurance.
You call your mother every time you get stopped. I bet she looks forward to that call, knowing she's going to need to bail you out of trouble. But I find it interesting that he wants to make that call to his mother in the first place and maybe even get her to attend the stop, because we learn later during the court hearing that she didn't actually give him permission to drive the vehicle. He was only supposed to be working on it. Anyway, he can't provide insurance for the vehicle, so it's going to be towed away.
Awesome.
For you just that way,
Don't have one. Don't have one.
Could you imagine getting your parents' car towed because you think you don't have to have a driver's license or insurance? That's embarrassing.
And so you're seizing my personal property. So that's what you're doing, right, Quintero? With no crime, no nothing committed. I just need this on recording. You're going to seize my personal property? You're seizing my personal property,
it's your
which
mom's.
violates my constitutional rights.
So you don't have an address?
I'm just asking a question. I need you to say this because you took an oath. You took a constitutional oath, and I'll go get a copy of your oath.
Arguing with you.
And plus, your charter, which protects my common law rights.
Do you have a?
I'm just asking you. Can you please get a
Common law,
supervisor,
Frank.
Quintero?
Can forward any mail.
Quintero, can you please get a supervisor? Because I know my constitutional rights. You can't take my property without a proper, you can't take it without a crime. A crime underneath ORS 106 0.065.
Again, the irony
He's just fucking walking away.
of a SovCits citing a statute that he thinks benefits him, yet ignores statutes that say you need a license to drive, is ignorance at its finest. And just to add to that, the statute he cited there doesn't seem to exist anyway, so the incompetence on display here is legendary.
So I'm just gonna go start on this side.
All right, go start on it. I'm just glad I got it. So you're taking my personal property with no crime being committed and without due process.
What stuff do you need out of the car?
Just
so
without due process and my personal property, right?
What stuff do you need out
So
of the
you're
car?
taking it, right?
Yes, I'm gonna take the car.
All right, thank you. That's all I needed recorded.
so I
And
need
you
to
took an
step out.
oath to that, right?
I need to step out and work.
All right, can you call my supervisor? I don't feel safe stepping out with you. Thank you. I don't feel safe with you at all.
Wait, aren't you the guy who jumped out of his mother's vehicle all fired up for a confrontation with a cop at the beginning of this video? But now suddenly you don't feel safe around one of the calmest cops I've ever seen. But not only that, you want even more cops to arrive in the form of a supervisor. How does that make any sense? Or is this just a case of you feeling butthurt because your script isn't working?
Option
Have I
B.
done something wrong?
Yeah, you know you're suspended, right?
Yeah, and I'm not suspended. I've never done any of those contracts. You guys know it's my constitutional right to travel. I'm not in commerce, and I have a right to travel. I'm going to court.
If your license is suspended, then you have contracted. It's just that that license is now suspended. It doesn't absolve you of ever having it.
And I'm already challenging all of that. So all of my stuff, and you're not allowed to profile like that. This is the second time I got you recorded.
Profile?
You have a
I got you following twice, following me.
Yeah.
So I know this is going on towards my lawsuit.
Suspended license.
All right, going towards my lawsuit. I have a constitutional right, just like an oath you signed.
Yeah, with this
underneath your
$10,000 an hour
constitutional oath that you
lawyer.
signed.
Okay, you cannot drive more than you have.
You have a constitutional oath to uphold. You do.
Okay.
And as long as your constitutional oath is put on record, then therefore you could be liable. So you could take the car, and that's my personal property, and you yourself, Mr. Grisham, will be liable for my personal property. As the other officers are going to be liable, too, for my personal property.
Okay.
The ignorance on display here is amazing. How can they be liable when an Oregon revised statute, which you yourself tried to cite as an authority not 5 minutes ago, says they can tow your vehicle for a violation of driving on a suspended license?
God damn it.
It's right here in black and white. How can you be so oblivious to this? But I forget statutes aren't law until you need them to be to make a point, right?
So I have a constitutional right. I've never, ever done any of those contracting. I've never contracted. I'm trying to get out of all of the rest of my contracts.
Good luck with that.
All contracts. I don't deal with contracts.
Holy shit.
I'm a God-living individual, and I have a free right to travel. So we've done this over and over and over. So, and it's not even unlawful. You can't arrest for a misdemeanor. So that's against the law too. I've been doing a lot of research.
I've been doing my research. Famous last words of all SovCits, right before they get arrested or get their car towed. And it basically translates to, my license is suspended, so I went online to find a solution and came across a SovCit website and believed everything on it without question.
Do you have an ID or insurance?
I don't have any of that. I just bought the car.
Insurance?
I don't have any of the things
I thought that was his
will
mom's
make
car.
me in compliance with that contract.
Contract.
I have no contracts. This is my mother's property, and I'm using it. It's
Wait, you just said you bought the vehicle.
my mother's property.
Suspended driver's license. No insurance.
Okay, well,
Are you
I'm
registered
telling you
owner?
now. My mother's car. This is my mother's car. This is her
Okay.
property.
Okay.
So I don't know what you're asking me for. I don't have to identify myself because I haven't committed a
I already know who
crime.
you are.
You've already falsely ran my name. So go ahead. That's all stacks. That's all
You have
charges.
Zero idea what you're talking about.
I'm okay.
And of course, this cop is right. This idiot has zero idea of what he's talking about. He thinks researching on a SovCit website is learning the law, and now he thinks he knows more about police procedure than the person who actually does it for a job. Incredible.
Okay, I promise
favor,
you. You
step out
can't
of the
be held. For what? I haven't committed no crime.
We're towing your vehicle because you're driving
For
while
what?
suspended with no
You
insurance.
can't just tow
Yes, I
my
can.
private property.
Yes, I can.
How can you just tow my
I already
private
told you.
property?
I told you you have a suspended driver's license. You have no insurance. You know you have none of those things. You know you're not supposed to be driving. You are driving on the roadway. Multiple
Oh my God,
places
go,
I saw
dude.
you.
You even have a reason for pulling me over?
You are suspended.
Besides targeting. So
No,
basically
no.
saying
Get out
that
of the
you
car.
think you know me.
Get out of the car.
You think you know me, so that's the reason why you're pulling me over. Is that what you think?
This fucking
Can you call
guy,
your
Bill
sergeant over
Murray.
here, please?
I'll call him out here
Please.
as soon as you're compliant.
Please, I am compliant. I'm asking you nicely. Please call your sergeant
your
because
car
I
off.
believe I'm
Turn
not
your car
turning
off.
I'll turn my car off.
Thank you.
My car ain't, there you go. But there you go. My
Okay.
personal property, I'm putting
Yep.
it in my pocket. All my keys. My personal property.
Come on,
So,
bro. Oh my God.
can you please call your sergeant?
216 at 211. Where are you coming from?
This guy go. Where's
And I
he?
do have a constitutional right to travel, and it's been upheld by all your Supreme Courts and everything.
216 to Sam 1.
Yeah, we've been over this numerous times. There are no Supreme Court cases anywhere that say you can operate a vehicle on a public road without a driver's license. But there are tons of cases saying the exact opposite. Also, it's quite telling that not one person has come forward to claim the $5,000 Supreme Court case challenge set by Juan Galt. It's almost like these cases they cite are BS. Anyway, let's move on to the part where the
Bro,
sergeant turns up.
You needed that.
I've never even had a license.
I mean, you have if it's
Sergeant,
suspended.
I've never had a license in my life.
You have had a license. If it's suspended, that means you've had a license and it's currently suspended.
So I don't even know how they can suspend something I never had.
Because when you drive and consistently...
I have a right to travel.
Okay.
I'm being honest,
Clarence,
Sergeant.
we
I don't have a right to travel. I'm asking
no
you.
No
license.
motor vehicle on the roadways.
I don't have
God damn it.
this is private property. I don't have a right to travel on
But you're
private property.
traveling on the roadway.
That's all private road.
This is called premises open to the public.
Okay.
And you're still
It's
not...
all public road. I'm going here just to buy something. I'm not doing no commerce. I don't work. You guys make sure that. You guys show up to my work too. You guys showed up to my work talking about I was selling drugs there. So anything else, man?
Is there any specific reason why you're requesting me over here?
Why did you ask him that question? All he's going to do now is ramble on and repeat his script. Just remove him from the vehicle and tow his car already and be done with this nonsense.
Yeah, because he talking about towing my car. I've done nothing wrong, and I have a right to keep my personal property unless I committed a crime.
Not
or
yours,
done
it's your
something
mom's,
wrong.
bro.
There's no valid reason to tow my car.
Clarence, you don't have insurance on the vehicle, and there's no registration.
I haven't shown nothing. I ain't shown no paperwork on the vehicle because I feel like I don't have a right. I don't have to.
He said at the beginning of the stop that he doesn't have a license and he doesn't have insurance, right? That's what he said.
Okay, do you have insurance on the vehicle?
This is not my vehicle. It's my mother's vehicle. And yes, she has insurance. She has everything for the vehicle. She just
This
got it
fucking
done.
guy. Oh
So
my
that's
God.
that. You could call her.
Okay, you can call her.
Okay, well, I have a right. I have a right to travel. You mean to tell me I don't?
Hey,
Just tell me I don't, Olive. I don't have a right to travel in my own personal property.
See, it's really disingenuous to frame the question like that. The right to travel has nothing to do with transportation. It's the right to travel between the states and be legally treated the same as an inhabitant of those states.
Right, like they can't tax you to travel from one state to another. That's what that means.
Also, the 10th Amendment of the Constitution, you know, the document you like to cite, grants each state the right to create state laws and statutes.
Ooh, can I be a tree?
You know, like the one you attempted to cite earlier.
Be a tree.
But let me ask you this, if the state doesn't require you to have a license when you are not in a commercial capacity, then why do they issue both commercial and non-commercial driver's licenses? I'm still waiting for an answer to that question after 5 years.
I just explained to you. You have to have a valid license.
I've never done any of those contracts. I have done none of those contracts. I have a free right to travel
anywhere you want.
I have a right to travel anywhere.
Yeah, as a passenger.
No.
Yeah, and you can walk, you can run, you can ride a bike, you can take a train, a plane, a boat. But to drive, you need a license.
Not as a driver.
As a driver, I have a right to travel anywhere.
No, okay.
Yeah.
So
I'm just saying, man, why is this like, what is this whole thing? Why is this going to be a keep consistent thing? It don't matter if I walk or not.
I'm trying to talk to you.
Okay, but go ahead. I mean, I could put...
Right, so just like most of the videos on his channel, he doesn't show the outcome of this stop. But we do know the vehicle was definitely towed because the next video on his channel, which I will be covering soon, is a court hearing to determine the validity of the tow. And in that hearing, we learned that he did in fact call his mother to come and pick up the vehicle, but because of all the BS he pulled during the stop, they used their discretion to tow the vehicle. But more on that when I cover the video. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, then please hit that like button, share the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you also to my channel members and patrons for your continued support. It really does mean a lot. Right, take care all.
Ooh, man, I feel like I've watched all of them already. We watched this one?
Are you gonna break it? Last chance. You gonna break my vehicle? You gonna break my vehicle?
Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today's genius gets stopped in Pennsylvania for speeding. He attempts the script and even outright denies the statutes that the officer is citing exist. And of course, this doesn't work and the police eventually arrest him for obstruction. And because of his bizarre behaviour during the stop, suspicion of DUI. Right, let's get into the video.
What's up?
Put the window down, man.
Absolutely not.
You need to provide your license, registration, insurance.
Absolutely not.
Yes, sir. You do.
For what?
Have you speeding and operating your vehicle in the oncoming traffic lane?
Absolutely not.
Yes, sir.
Am I being detained?
You are, sir.
So can you read me my rights?
I don't have to read your rights just yet.
Read me my rights, man.
You're being detained, not arrested yet.
Listen,
Is this a custodial stop?
it's a traffic stop.
It's a custodial stop?
Hey, can you send me a couple more units here, please?
Yep, there's that call for backup already. You know, I could tell when I first saw this video that this is an old school cop with plenty of miles on the clock, so to speak. He's not going to mess around and get into a debate for 40 minutes like the police did in my last video. No, he knows exactly what sort of person he's dealing with here, and that's someone who hasn't got a clue what his rights are.
Driver's license, registration, insurance. A couple more.
Is it a custodial stop?
It's a traffic stop, sir. It's a detention for a traffic violation. You need to show me your driver's license, registration, insurance.
Have I committed a crime?
You've committed a traffic offense, yes.
Articulate a suspicion.
I am not.
Articulate
Articulate suspicion.
your suspicion.
Game with you.
Oh, there he goes.
Articulate your suspicion.
How can someone who struggles to pronounce the words articulate and suspicion be so confident? I'm getting second-hand embarrassment from watching this. But it's about to get much worse, much worse, because that cigarette he's smoking is nearly down to the filter. So he's got to find somewhere other than the obvious place, the ashtray, to stub it out.
That's the way it's got to be.
Articulate your suspicion.
I already told you. Have you speeding?
A traffic stop is not a crime, man.
Listen, we're not going to...
It's not a crime, man.
Your ideology.
It's not a crime.
But you're required by Pennsylvania statute to provide those information.
I am not.
Information to you. You are.
You got my plates. Run my plates. You got my plates. Run my plates.
Provide registration, proof of insurance.
Yeah, I feel like I've already watched this one. But the title of this stream is SovCits in their windows, so I feel like it belongs here.
Run my plates, man.
I'm not going to go in.
Run my plates.
This game, man. Look. It doesn't have to go to a custodial arrest, but if you don't provide that information, it could go that way.
Just look at that face. This stop will definitely end with him in a nice pair of shiny silver bracelets. He's practically begging this cop to arrest him.
You understand?
Yeah.
So I don't want it to have to go that way.
I don't want to have to go that way either.
You're going to choose it to go that way if you don't provide the proper information.
That's absolutely not true.
Required by Pennsylvania.
Yeah, that guy looks like he smells like shit.
Statute 1511 to provide driver's license on demand, 1311 to provide a registration on demand, and you're also required to provide proof of current insurance for the vehicle, which you have not done yet.
Did he just stub his cigarette out on his car, then litter with it right in front of the cop while he's in the middle of trying to explain the law to him, and then nearly set his car on fire with the embers? This guy is either really dumb, really stupid, or both.
So how can you do that without giving it to me? You're in violation of all of those statutes.
Absolutely not.
Look, again,
I am not commercial, man. I'm not a commercial driver.
I appreciate your ideology.
Hey, listen.
And he's not a seahorse.
That's the way it works here.
Listen. It's okay. I know you're going to try to do what you got to do.
Listen.
So as you can see by him locking his car door, he clearly has no intentions of cooperating with this officer and wants to be arrested. This much is obvious, and it looks like he's going to make them break into his car to effect that arrest, all because he watched a video or read some nonsense on a SovCits website. How sad.
Listen, I don't want to have to do that, but you're going to put me in that situation when I'm going to have to.
Fucking break it.
So, license, registration, and insurance, please.
Oh my god, go. Oh my god, wrong way.
I have no way of verifying you without those documents.
That's not true.
It is true.
It is not.
It is true.
You're asking me to give up a right.
I'm not asking you to do anything. I'm asking you to provide appropriate documents.
Point blank? Hell yeah.
So along with speeding and refusing to hand over his details, he's now rummaging around in his car. This guy is full of bright ideas today.
License, registration, and
You got a sergeant here?
I don't need a sergeant here.
Why not?
Because I don't.
What crime have I committed?
I already told you that.
It's not a crime what I did, man.
It doesn't matter.
It's not a crime. It's not a crime. It's not a crime, man.
Step out of the car.
No.
Step out of the car.
No.
I'm ordering you to step.
No.
Speeding is a criminal offence, which makes it a crime by definition, and so is refusing to comply with a lawful order. So, you know, well done. Anyway, backup has finally arrived.
It doesn't have to go that way. All you have to do is provide the information that you're required to provide. I appreciate your ideology, but that's not what works in Pennsylvania. Look,
I have not committed a crime.
I'm not saying you committed a crime.
You just said I committed a crime. You just said I committed a crime. So you got to read me my rights. Read me my rights. Read me my rights. Read me my rights.
Look at him, fighting for rights he doesn't understand. How sad. After all these years, it still amuses me when SovCits demand rights they either don't have or understand, yet they are willing to go to jail for them. Anyway, the officer tries to explain to him that he doesn't need to read him his rights until he's in custody and being questioned, but again, it falls on deaf ears.
I'm not going to read your rights because you're not in custody. Step out of the car.
You gotta read me my rights.
I don't know.
Is this a custodial stop?
There's a detention.
Is this a custodial stop? So you have to read me my rights.
I will read your rights, but I will when I arrest you.
You can't.
I will when I arrest you.
No, you can't.
Open the door.
No.
Open the door.
No.
Very good. Very good.
Listen. The next thing I'm going to advise you of is that you're under arrest. If you don't provide the information that I'm requiring from you, that's what's going to happen. Okay? And then I'll be glad to read you your rights.
That's fine.
So open the door, or I'm going to come in the car with you. You understand?
Of course he doesn't understand, that's why he's lighting up yet another cigarette.
You understand that?
No.
You are under
I
arrest.
don't consent.
You are under arrest.
I don't think
what?
he asked you if you consented.
For obstruction of justice. I'm sorry. That's the way.
You can't arrest me for that,
man.
This is one of the nicest cops ever. He really doesn't want to arrest him, let alone break into his car to effect that arrest. But here we are. He's giving him no choice.
Fuck.
Listen, you're under arrest at this
I'm
point.
not under arrest.
You are under arrest.
I'm
For
not
what?
under arrest.
I already told you. Obstruction now. You're not providing me with any.
I don't have to do that.
You do.
I do not.
Okay, I'm sorry, but
If I committed a crime,
I
yeah.
already told you.
I have not committed a crime. A traffic violation is not a
I'm
crime.
gonna come out of the car. Listen, I don't want to have to break the window, but that's what's gonna have to happen if you don't comply. You're required to exit the vehicle.
No.
Being ordered to.
You gotta break it.
I'm gonna have to then.
You're gonna have to break it.
And now he gives him
The
one
fuck?
last chance to open the door and step out of the vehicle. But I think you can all see where this one is heading. Again, you can see that this officer really doesn't want to do this, but he's leaving him no other options.
Okay. Last chance.
Are you gonna break it?
Last chance.
You gonna break my vehicle? You gonna break my
Yeah, you can
vehicle?
break your vehicle.
Well, yeah, you're
Oh, shit,
under
out of
arrest
ammo.
and obstructing justice at this point by not exiting your vehicle. They have no other choice.
Wow, man.
He's drunk. Yep. Off the lock, Travis. It's me.
That was one of the cleanest window brakes I've seen in a while, and by a cop with one of the coolest mustaches, no less.
Come on.
Get out of the car. Get out of the car. Step out of the car. Put your hands up on the roof. You got the mask up. Let me see your hands. You're under arrest. Number one, you're under arrest for obstruction. Number two, you're under arrest for suspicion of DUI. So I'm gonna put you through some jail pills Friday if you're interested in doing that. Nope. You're not? Right. Don't consent to it.
I did turn the volume up for that, but if you didn't hear it, he said he was being arrested for obstruction, which we already knew.
Why
but
can't I ever
also
hit
for
this fucking
suspicion
guy?
of DUI, which, if you think
God.
about it, it makes a lot of sense.
Body cams on? I don't see no body cams. Guess they don't have them on then. Like the sun.
He was on the fucking floor the whole time.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
the other side now.
Ready, 97 rolling.
Timothy's what?
I got it.
97, go with you on.
It's Pennsylvania 33-305-959. Hello. He's got his own little camera. It's gonna have a dead battery.
339 Clavel.
So after all that, he did apparently have a driver's license, which means he signed a form which states you are to comply with an officer's request during a traffic stop. What an idiot. Also, he must have had all the charges dropped because apparently he won a $113,000 settlement. Well, that's if a YouTube comment of him claiming this is evidence, which of course it isn't. And surprisingly, no other evidence was provided when other commenters asked him for this evidence. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this one, then please drop me a like, share the video, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.
What else we got? Guy doesn't look American.
You are armed. Damn, you are armed. What can I say?
Oh. Not American, but he still gets his shit broke. So let's watch it.
Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we head down under to South Australia for a traffic stop where a sovereign citizen gets stopped and eventually arrested for driving on a suspended licence and no registration plates. The video begins after the initial stop and just as the sergeant, who I'm guessing he demanded, arrives on the scene. Right, let's get into the video.
But he doesn't believe in him anymore. So the only thing he hasn't done is given a good cause yet.
Hello.
How you going?
Good, thank you. Yourself?
All right.
Can you please tell me your name and your badge number and you're from which police station we're coming from?
Yes, my name's Sergeant Mark Foster. My identification number is 4677.
Okay.
And I'm from the Kadina Police Station.
Okay. Can you please move your car a little bit further, your automobile, because it's very dangerous where you park. I don't think I'm allowed to park like this.
No, well, I have an exemption under the Australian road rules as to how I park.
You can park wherever you want?
Yes.
You don't have laws? You don't have laws?
I'm exempt from the laws.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
He does not care about how this sergeant parked his vehicle. Let's get that straight. He's just butthurt that he blocked his car in, that's all. And it seems you're the only one here who doesn't care about laws, seeing as you're the one driving on a suspended licence.
Can you put your camera recording, please? Can you put your camera into...
It is.
Okay, that's very good. You are above the law, you said, okay? Exempt from the law, okay. Good. Good to know that.
You however, are not.
Of course, what?
We can resolve this matter today if you are able to provide us with some identification, some photographic identification of who you are.
What happened? I have to provide you for identification.
So at the moment, this vehicle...
It's automobile, yeah, it's a private automobile.
Here we go with the word games. Look, it has 4 wheels, an engine and a steering wheel, and it's being operated on a public road. So yes, it's a motor vehicle. It's amazing how they think changing it to another name will somehow exempt it from the law. Next he'll be telling us that driving is a commercial term only. Spoiler alert, that's exactly what he does next.
The person who you
Thanks for spoiling it, dude.
Yeah, tell me.
So the documentation you provided us has a name on it. The name that is linked to that has a suspended driver's license, which is an offence.
You don't need a driver's license to travel with your automobile.
Yes, We do.
You need a driver license if you make money for what you're doing, if it's for commerce. If you know the meaning of the word, is this what you say?
Definitions are found in the definition section of the statute, not in an outdated law dictionary, which of course is where the...
Is that guy Dutch? Sounds Dutch. In Australia.
These guys always go to find and then cherry pick words. And what's amazing is this outdated dictionary that he's referring to doesn't say anything about driving being a commercial term, but it does say employed or employed in, which, as we all know, doesn't necessarily mean commercial.
And finally, the officers have required you to submit to an alcohol test.
Yeah, I didn't refuse.
You didn't refuse?
No, I didn't refuse. Because it's a performance, I have to get a fee for the performance.
He sounds Italian.
It's not free to do something that you're asking.
Yeah.
Okay?
So you're not allowed to put conditions on that test?
Who said that? You don't have...
Who says that?
The law?
Yes.
The law says you don't have to put conditions of what?
Yeah.
Which law?
Now he kind of sounds like Swedish chef. I can't tell. Is he Swedish or Italian? The herd, the herd.
The Road Traffic Act and...
Or is he Italian?
A number of judges...
It's not a law. Yeah, it's not a law. You know, the law, it's voted...
Of course he has a fee schedule, but also statutes aren't law. I maybe should have played Sovereign Citizen Bingo with this video because I would be well on my way to a full house already.
Explain to you what's going to happen now.
No. I will tell you that the law that you're saying is not a law. It's not from the people. People didn't vote for this. It's not a referendum. It's just from the government.
He's Italian.
You can put whatever you want in the
Gotta
statute,
be Italian.
Yeah.
This guy is really starting to make my brain hurt. The government is the people, which means they did vote for it. Australia is a representative democracy where voters elect candidates to carry out the business of government on their behalf. That's how a democracy works. So denying that process and how it works at the side of the road during a traffic stop is a pointless endeavour. But that's sovereign citizens for you.
Ah, here you are.
What is going to happen
Fuck
if you don't
God
comply
damn
with
it.
my directions?
I do not comply. I do not comply with whatever you want because you don't...
You're going to be arrested.
What's the crime to be arrested?
So there's going to be driving an unregistered vehicle.
It's not a crime. Where's the victim? Where's the victim, please?
And...
Where's the victim? Where's the victim? And I didn't refuse. I'm telling you.
Planning to provide identification.
What's the crime to provide you identification? Because only if I made...
Understand the implications of...
I don't stand under you. I don't stand under you and never will stand under
God.
you.
Amazing how SovCits
So
can take a
fucking
word
stupid.
like understand, switch it around and turn it into something oppressive. They of course think this cop is using that word in the context of standing under his authority, when all he's really asking is, do you comprehend the words I'm using?
Yeah.
Can I please have my paperwork back also?
Paperwork?
Excuse me? Oh, no. What's he...
If you don't open the door...
No.
The window.
It's a private property.
It's going to break the window.
If he...
And it's about to be broken private property.
If he breaks the window...
You're going...
No. Excuse me. Don't break the window.
No, don't break. Don't break.
What's the reason
Very
you
nice.
want me to arrest? What's the crime?
You've committed some offences. If you fail to open the door, we can go break...
It's not a crime. I'm
Looks like a nice car, too. Sucks.
telling you again, it's not a crime. If you try to break or damage any of my private property...
Yeah, you'll sue him, blah, blah, blah. Break it!
I suggest you open the door.
Dude, come on, face it. Your sovereign citizen script is not working. They are not falling for it. If you don't open your car door, they will have to force entry to arrest you. It's as simple as that.
You have exactly what I gave you in the notice to the police commissioner that you've got in South Australia.
Aris?
If you do not provide your identification and open the door...
You've got my notice.
That's not identification. Photographic driver's license.
No. I'm not using driver license because I don't do it for commerce. I'm telling you again, I don't get paid to have a driving license.
Warning, if you don't, the sergeant is going to break the window and you will be placed under arrest.
What's the crime? I'm telling you again. Here is a photo identification, okay?
That's not a driver's license.
I don't need a driver license. I don't do it for commerce.
So now he tries another tactic to delay the inevitable. He pulls out some kind of sovereign ID card, but this cop can smell a fake a mile off.
Alright, so...
Here is a photo identification. No, here it is. You don't have... No. Give me also the other things that you've got.
I said here.
No, I hear...
See it through the glass.
You can see it. You can see it. Here, you can see it. Okay? Here.
That is not official identification.
Doesn't matter what's official for you.
No, it's not.
It's not official for you.
You are going to be placed under arrest.
What's the crime? I'm telling you.
Australians always sound so nice. I think that's why I don't like watching like foreign SovCits, because the police officers sound so nice versus American police officers who sound like assholes when they need to be.
Broken. I suggest you open it and hop out of the vehicle.
Which is a good thing, by the way.
You will damage my private property. You are armed. You are armed. What can I say?
Well, for a start, you could say I'm an idiot for believing in this clearly fake sovereign citizen nonsense, and then apologise for wasting everyone's time with your pseudo-legal woo. And then, you know, you could just behave like an adult and take this arrest on the chin by stepping out of your vehicle before they break your car window.
Yeah,
or, you know, you could
that.
just continue to play the victim just like all sovereign citizens do.
You are with guns and you're trying to do whatever you want to do. Not what is lawful.
I think if driving without a licence suddenly and miraculously became legal, the police would be the first to know about it, don't you think?
Good point. Oh my god. Oh, guy's got moves. Veered off to the left. Didn't get him.
Why don't you write a fine? Huh? Why don't you write a fine?
Well, I can't, 'cause I don't know who you are.
But you've got my details there. You know, you've got my details.
Evidence of who you are.
I'll show you. Here it is.
You're also committing multiple offences, so it's more...
No, I don't commit any offense of the law.
So why then did you just try to negotiate with this officer by asking her for a fine? Or ticket is what I believe you meant. If you don't believe you've broken the law.
Shit.
Anyway, these officers are done negotiating. They're about to give him his last chance to step out of the vehicle before they force entry. Will he take this chance? Of course not.
No, he won't.
Because he wants to make himself look like a victim and the police look bad for breaking into his car.
I'm not going to talk to you about that anymore. I've already explained it all to you multiple times.
I explained you too. I explained you too also.
Okay. Alright. Windows.
Last warning.
Excuse me.
Real ID, or you coming with us?
I don't have real ID. I'll show you the real ID. Excuse me.
Break it, Pepe Le Pew.
What's your name again?
Foster.
Foster. And your
Weymouth.
ID 4677.
Yep.
Okay.
Hold that. Yeah, you're under arrest.
Why? What's the crime? What's the crime? What's the crime?
You've been told.
What's the crime?
You're under arrest.
What's the crime?
Come on, out of the vehicle. Let's go.
Excuse me.
Out of the vehicle.
You are assaulting me now,
Out of the
okay?
vehicle.
You are assaulting me.
Let's go.
You are assaulting
You're
me.
under arrest.
You are assaulting me.
Turn around.
You are assaulting me.
Under arrest. Unless you're...
And of course, over on Facebook, his supporters are making him out to be some kind of martyr for confronting the corrupt system. But fear not, because this brave and knowledgeable man was soon released and photocopies were taken of his fee schedule at the police station. And he's now looking forward to that sweet compensation payout that will never materialise, because none of his rights were violated. But I sure would like to be a fly on the wall when that fee schedule gets passed around the police station. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this one, then please drop me a like, share the video and subscribe.
Ooh, South Carolina. Hometown. Home state.
Welcome back to the channel.
Magazine
I've
shooting
got
at
a
the
right
wall.
to travel fail video out of South Carolina for you today. He makes all the same tired arguments we've seen before, but the officers are not having any of it, leading to his eventual arrest. Enjoy.
Morning. Rather.
Alright, we're gonna come back and win this one.
Police department. The reason I'm stopping you is your tag.
You have no. Can you call Mike Burns?
Call Mike Burns.
Mike Burns, city police officer?
Yes, sir.
He will explain to you everything.
Can you explain everything?
I'm exercising my right to travel without a driver's license, constitutional right that you swore to protect.
I understand that completely, sir. Do you have your license with you?
I guess you didn't hear what I just said.
Yes, sir.
Exercising my right to travel without a driver's license.
Legally, sir.
No, legally, sir.
Let me explain.
No state law can supersede federal law, sir. You swore an oath to uphold federal law. You're not you're a law enforcement officer. You're not supposed to violate my rights.
You
I'm
heard the
exercising my
10th
right.
Amendment.
Supreme Court said that I cannot be penalized, sanctioned, or arrested for exercising my constitutional right. You swore an oath. Call Mike Burns. Call a supervisor. I need.
Does it say in the Constitution that you can drive a vehicle without a driver's license? Does it say that in the Constitution? I don't think it does.
Supervisor here now, because obviously you don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Call Mike.
Explain for just a moment.
Call Mike Burns and ask
No one knows what you're talking about, bro.
him to come here, and he'll explain everything.
Somehow, I don't think you'll be getting your wish for the chief to attend to reprimand his officers for doing their job.
Oh my god.
I'm not here. I have no ill will, no ill
Thank
intent. I'm just exercising my rights. I'm a private citizen who knows my rights, and I don't want to have to take you and your department to federal court and sue you for everything you own because you choose to violate my rights. The Supreme Court already ruled on this. You cannot violate my right. I'm exercising it, especially since I'm exercising it.
And I absolutely support your right to...
Then why are you stopping me? Because of the tag? The tag means this is a private automobile, not a motor vehicle, and it means that I'm exercising my right to travel without a driver's license, mandatory insurance, and vehicle registration, which is Supreme Court decision.
Oh shit. You don't have insurance or registration either? Yeah, that shit's getting towed, man.
In 5 years, I haven't come across one Supreme Court case that supports the right to travel without a license.
God, what the fuck is going on, man?
What's your name and badge number?
My name is Officer Queen.
You know you don't have to shine that light here, because if you shine my light at the camera, that's against against the Bain law.
It is not.
It's my First Amendment right to video record you during your course of your duties.
You're absolutely willing
He's not stopping you from recording, is he?
Then why are we here?
But let me explain, okay? On a South Carolina roadway, you're operating a motor vehicle on a state...
I'm not operating a motor vehicle, sir. A motor vehicle is used for commercial purposes, and I am operating under commercial capacity.
Yes, sir.
I am traveling in my personal automobile.
May I finish?
So tell me this, genius. Why do states regulate both commercial and non-commercial vehicles?
Finish, you're going to continue to interrupt.
You're telling me something that's not lawful. I'm telling you federal law, and you're violating it. Your state
lawful order.
Your state law
with your ID due to a traffic violation. Okay.
What traffic violation is that?
You have no correct tag.
There's no crime there, sir. There's no crime.
So legally,
that's not up to you.
Legally, I am legal.
Sounds like we've got a legally legal genius here, people.
Legally, I'm exercising my right to travel without a driver's license. I don't have to ID myself because I have not committed a crime, sir. I have not committed a crime, sir.
That is not right. Fairly certain is not a right to drive a motor vehicle without a license.
United States Penal Code 148.G says that the only time I'm supposed to ID myself is if I've been lawfully arrested for a crime, and a traffic infraction is not a crime, sir. I'm sorry to tell you, you're making a big mistake right now. I don't know how long you've been on the force and how much law do you know.
Sergeant Jones with the City Police Department. What's your name, sweetie?
I don't have to give that either.
Okay, so in our...
You said 148.G? Penal Code? U.S. Penal Code? U.S. Code 148.G? California Penal Code states that photographing or recording law enforcement does not constitute resisting or obstructing a police officer as long as the officer is in public place or the person with the camera has the right to be there. What does that have to do with what he was doing? Shining a light camera?
In your state?
Yeah.
So you're telling me that your state is exempt to the Constitution?
So in our state,
did you swear an oath?
And we're operating.
No, man.
Can you just let her speak? Why do all SovCits have to be so rude and obnoxious?
Ma'am,
A motor vehicle.
do you want me to pull it up for you?
No,
The special police officer bulletin that I sent to Chief Stewart?
So listen to me.
Do you want me to send it to you?
Listen to me. You have to have a driver's license in our state, okay?
I'm not operating under commercial capacity, ma'am. I'm sorry to tell you. A driver, by definition, is someone who is getting paid to operate them. This is not a motor vehicle, ma'am.
Sir, I'm just calmly
I don't use...
Sir, I'm just calmly talking to you. Okay?
And I'm fine.
I know, but you keep interrupting me, and that's not...
But I'm trying to tell you, I don't want you to dig yourself in a hole.
That's not how...
Says the guy digging the biggest hole ever.
Not how conversations go. Conversations go when we respect each other. I talk and then you talk.
Have I been disrespectful to you, sir?
Yes, you've been constantly interrupting each of them every single time they open their mouth.
We're trying to have a
conversation with you, okay?
Okay, then I need somebody here who knows the law. Can you please? No, ma'am, you don't know the law because
she's the sergeant.
Because you're asking me for something that I'm not required to provide for you.
Do you want me
Does he end up going to jail? Yes, arrested. Thank God.
to show you the law for the state of South Carolina, sir?
Okay, state law does not supersede federal law.
Okay, sir, you're driving in our state.
I'm not driving, ma'am. I'm traveling.
You have...
Do you want me to show you the bulletin?
No.
Do you want me to show you the 10th Amendment?
That literally sounds like something that a child says. I'm not touching you. I'm not driving, I'm traveling.
Do you want me to show you the law,
No,
the
sir.
bulletin, case law that went to the Supreme Court that says I have the right to travel without a driver's license, mandatory insurance, and vehicle registration? Do you want to see the case law?
Yeah, no, it does not say that
What
anywhere.
bulletin is this? Because I haven't seen this mythical bulletin that says you
Doesn't
don't need a
exist.
license to drive. Like I said, there is no Supreme Court case that says you can drive without a license, insurance, and registration.
You have
No, ma'am, I don't.
a registration.
No, I don't.
And insurance.
Is Mike Burns working tonight?
No, sir.
Well, can you get a hold of him?
No, sir.
Because he will explain everything to you. He already spoke to the other officers and told them to leave me alone unless I'm committing a crime or endangering somebody on the road. That is the only time you guys are required to pull me over.
Listen.
I don't think the chief got
Yo,
around
where
to
is
telling
this
his
guy?
officers to quit
Oh, he's
doing
right
their
there.
job.
Holy shit.
Listen, in the state of South Carolina, okay, if you are committing a traffic offense, that is an arrestable offense.
No, it's not, ma'am.
It is.
It's not a crime, ma'am. In in 2015, they already passed a law. Do you remember Justin Henderson? He was a traffic cop here in the city. Do you know that he quit his job because I threatened to take him to federal court and sue him for his job? And he went and he quit his job and went to work for the Highway Patrol because he knew I was coming for his job and I was going to sue him?
Still sue him at the highway.
Or maybe he just wanted to become a state trooper.
Sue him at the highway patrol if that's actually what you want to do. He doesn't have to work here for you to sue him.
Okay.
That doesn't make any sense.
You need to get somebody here who knows the law.
I'll call the lieutenant.
Or they
if
can
that's
just
what you want me
arrest
to
you.
do, but
Lieutenant who?
Lieutenant Kelly.
As long as he knows what federal law is all about,
Listen to
believe me,
I understand.
I'm fine with it.
No. By as long as he knows what federal law is all about, what he's saying is as long as he agrees with my insane ideas. That's really what he means.
But can you let me complete?
Can I educate you guys?
As long as you'll
Can
let
you
me.
shut the
I want you to
fuck up
educate you. I
and
already know your
talk
laws.
for 2
Your
seconds?
laws don't apply to me. Your laws apply. Your state law applies to commercial operators.
You're not allowed to leave. Okay, you have to stay right here.
So I'm being detained.
Yes.
For what crime?
For
They already
It's
told
not a
you.
crime. No, don't say it.
It's a traffic.
No, infraction. It's not a crime.
Okay, but it's still a detention. It's
Either
still
way.
So you're going to violate U.S. Penal Code 148.G. 148.G.
148.G, as we just established, gives you the ability to film the police officers, right? And it's a California penal code, not a federal penal code.
Violate it. I mean, you guys are seriously going to be in big trouble. I'm telling you. You guys must
Well,
not be on the force that long.
And this is what I said before, too. If it is the case that this guy can fucking sue and win millions of dollars from the police department, why is he stopping them from, like, violating his rights. He should be begging them, please arrest me, please do this, because I know you're violating my rights and I'll win this lawsuit. And he'd be a millionaire for suing the police department. That's how you know it's all horseshit. Don't hit me, don't hit me, don't hit me.
You guys are pretty new, I could tell. I've been living in Anderson since 1998, and I've never been bothered by police officers since I've been exercising my rights. I went to court for this and everything, and I won my case, and they dropped all my fines, and they told me that I was free to travel.
Horseshit.
Sure they did. But tell me, if you've never been bothered by the police, then why would you need to go to court to fight traffic violations?
Traveling doesn't mean to be in a car with someone who has a driver's license. No, sir. That's not what traveling means. The United States Constitution clearly states the right of a citizen to travel upon the public roads and highways is a citizen's right and not a government-granted privilege, which means it does not require permission, i.e. licensing, mandatory insurance, and vehicle registration.
Well, that's a bit of a leap. But say the rest of that quote. You missed the part out in those cases that say the 10th Amendment gives each state the right to regulate motor vehicles.
Oh.
State the right to regulate motor vehicles.
Oh. Guess that's on van side.
You guys are in some serious trouble if you guys don't let me go and let me go about my way and exercise my rights. You guys swore an oath to protect my rights.
Absolutely, and I do every day.
The military soldiers, they go out and fight for our rights, and you guys are here violating our rights.
Just because you say they are violating your rights doesn't mean they...
No. It's not good.
Man, what are you doing, man? You're killing me.
I have to go pick up my wife. She has no right to get picked up from work.
Yeah, that's not going to happen tonight, bro.
You're not free to go. Right.
I need a supervisor here who knows his laws. I need a supervisor here because you guys are going to be in serious, serious trouble. We're talking about the Supreme... You know what the Supreme Court said? The Supreme Court said that any police officer or judge that violates our constitutional rights are committing a felony and a federal crime.
Well, that's good to know. Thank you for that irrelevant bit of information that has absolutely nothing to do with this traffic.
Okay,
man,
you guys...
seriously.
My right to
you gotta
travel.
redo this video,
you're
man.
impeding my travel. My freedom of movement, which is in the Constitution.
Which amendment?
For no crime. This is not a crime, dude.
Which amendment?
No, yeah, which amendment is it?
What do you mean, which amendment? My right to travel.
Which one is that?
Which amendment is that?
Which one? Which number is it?
It's under freedom of movement.
The Fourth Amendment is what it is.
No, that's to be safe.
Seizure of a...
That's illegal.
Finish, okay?
I don't consent to any illegal search and seizures of my personal property.
May I finish? We're trying to have a conversation, right?
I'm trying to educate you.
I understand that.
Is that you, Lieutenant?
Yes, that is.
Is that Lieutenant?
He's just gonna run his fucking mouth. God damn.
I'm gonna turn this off.
Damn, he's getting out. Sorry guys, no window bust today.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I had my gun here on the middle console, and I threw it on the floor, so that way you guys don't get scared. And I'm just letting you know it's on the floor under my feet.
Okay. Do you have your concealed weapons permit?
No, ma'am. I'm exercising my Second Amendment right.
Ooh.
Hold on.
Now you're fucked, bro.
Why are you guys?
You're good, man.
Okay. You gonna grab it?
No, I'm gonna have you move back here.
Well, I don't consent to.
No.
Doesn't matter.
Do I record?
Yeah, I'm recording too, man.
All right. Here, let me show you. For non-commercial use only. This is what I got pulled over for. Non-commercial use only. This is my constitutional right to travel without a driver's license, mandatory insurance, and vehicle registration. Okay.
But you keep saying mandatory insurance. If it's mandatory, then it's mandatory.
This is federal law. The Constitution, freedom of movement says, and also states that any officer or judge that violates my rights is committing a felony and a federal crime. I don't want to take anybody to federal court and sue them. Every case that went to federal court for this has won their case, and the Supreme Court has ruled in favor of it.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and call BS on that. I think we all would know about any such case.
Okay, I have no doubt. This is why I'm trying to educate you guys. I don't know if you know this, but we, as private citizens, have a right to travel without a driver's license.
You can tell he's getting nervous because he's talking a hell of a lot faster than he was at the beginning of this.
Driver's license. I've had a driver's license in the past. And guess what happened? The state decided they wanted to take it away from me because I didn't pay a ticket on time. A seatbelt ticket.
What's your name?
Of course, it was because you lost your license. And let me guess, you then came across a right to travel website, and the rest is history. Am I right?
Even worse, it was probably a Facebook page or a YouTube video with some guy screaming insanity, some homeless guy screaming that you don't need a driver's license. And then the rest is history.
If I have not committed a crime, sir, I'm not required to provide that.
Listen, I'm not going to argue with you, okay? Here's the deal. In the state of South Carolina, you have to have a license to operate on the roadway. You have to have insurance, and your vehicle has to be registered.
I asked you to get me somebody who knew the law.
He does know the law. You just don't like what you're hearing.
Yeah.
I've already heard this before, sir.
Well, listen.
Do you know Mike Burns?
That's the law.
Listen to you.
Do you know Officer Mike Burns?
I listen to you. Can you listen to me?
Do you know Officer Mike Burns?
I do know Officer Mike Burns.
Well, maybe you want to get him here because guess what? He already knows about this and he informed his officers already.
You really think an off-duty officer is going to waste his fucking time with someone like you? No shot. All because you misunderstood what he said the first time? Not gonna happen, bro.
I don't know why you guys haven't heard, unless you work night shift. So
listen.
Of course. The night shift didn't get the bulletin telling them to sit around in their police cars all night, ignoring traffic violations.
Here's the thing. License, registration, and insurance. You
What
had a
the
lawful
fuck?
reason to
Oh
stop
my god.
You're operating a vehicle on the roadway. Alright? Now, here's the thing. This can go one or two different ways.
I can't go anyway, sir. You have to let me go. This is my constitutional right that you swore an oath to protect. What part of that don't you understand, sir?
Listen.
You swore an oath. Why would you go against your oath?
I did swear an oath. You're absolutely right.
Then why are you violating it right now?
I know what my law is. Okay?
What is your law? Okay, explain to me. Be specific. What's your law?
In the state of South Carolina, you have to have a license, registered vehicle, and insurance.
Now, do you want me to show you where it says only if you're operating commercially?
Yes, please.
Keep using the word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
Driver's license. This is not a motor vehicle, sir. By definition, a motor vehicle is any car or truck that is used only for commercial purposes.
Look up definition of motor vehicle. This is always fun. Definition of motor vehicle: a road vehicle powered by an internal combustion engine or other motor. Where is he? He said he's in South Carolina, right? South Carolina definition of... Oh, right there. Motor vehicle. South Carolina definition of motor vehicle means any motor-driven vehicle required to be registered pursuant to Section 56-3-110. Code of Laws, Title 56, South Carolina Legislator. Motor vehicle means any motor-driven vehicle required to be registered. Just read that. This definition does not include motorcycles, new recreational vehicles, or mopeds. Yeah, nowhere in there does it say anything about commerce, dude.
A motor vehicle, the definition of motor vehicle in the state of South Carolina is anything that is self-propelled, that is not operated on trolley wire.
Okay, do you want me to, can I look it up for you and show you real quick?
If I can look it up in
Motor vehicle, motor vehicle. I looked
in our state, though.
No.
He's gonna pull up the definition from Black's Law Dictionary.
In the book at the Department of Motor Vehicles, that's what it states.
For our state of South Carolina.
Right. The Motor Vehicle Department says it in their books.
All right. So here, I'm gonna ask this one more time. Okay. Either A, you give me the information, or you're gonna go to jail.
For no crime? You're gonna arrest me for no crime?
He already told you why he was gonna arrest you.
In 2015. Hold on.
Go ahead and turn around. We're not playing this game.
Don't hurt me. Don't hurt me.
Right, that's it for another video. Please like, share and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Thank you to all my subscribers and patrons for your...
I'm gonna move to Karen's in the Wild. See if I can finish up the playlist of anti-mask Karens. I feel like I'm long overdue. I don't really see too many anti-maskers anymore. Oh, where did we stop? 53. Alright.
Karen's in the Wild.
I'm gonna get through a couple of these because I gotta go to bed early.
Hey, check your homeboy. What's up, fucking mask? Just kill. What's up?
Holy shit, there's so many of them. Oh my god. Bro, trust me.
They're tripping over a man, man. Not that I can see.
And you have said no.
It's not recording.
Oh, sorry. I got it though, just in case, just for backup. Alright, so you need to wear a mask. If you don't, you need to leave our store. I've asked you many times, politely. You need to leave our store.
So I have a medical exemption with the
right, but I am told that nobody gets a medical exemption in our store. That is what I am told, and I am doing my job.
Alberta government offers an exemption for those who have a medical exemption.
Job very difficult.
What the fuck, dude? Come on.
I'm a 17-year-old girl, and I'm asking you, a grown woman, to wear a mask. Put it on or leave.
Are you my doctor?
No, but I'm telling you to put it on or leave.
Has told me not
put it on or leave.
No.
Then you need to go.
No.
We're on the phone with the cops right now, and you will wait for them to
know that you are discriminating against me because
I am not discriminating against you, miss.
Yes, you are.
I'm asking you to do something.
No, discrimination would be everybody else has to wear a mask except this person. Or nobody else has to wear a mask except you. They're making only you wearing a mask. Then that would be discrimination.
And I
I'm sorry, I am told by my boss not to let you shop here if you don't wear a mask. I'm told by these
So
rules.
can I see a copy of your policy then, please?
I don't have it with me, miss.
I would like
if
to see
you would like to come back tomorrow and...
Fucking bitch.
Karen's in the Wild.
God, I've got the worst nose itch. Oh god, it's the same fucking guy.
Or you could just be respectful to the other people.
I'm respectful to me. I gotta live. I can't breathe. What the fuck? I'm gonna kill my goddamn self because you scared or something? That's not how it works, man.
You're gonna die for wearing a mask.
I'm not dead. How am I gonna die?
Are you gonna wear a mask for 5 minutes and die?
I cannot breathe. Do you understand that?
Are you gonna die after 5 minutes of wearing a mask?
I may. I'm not gonna take that chance. My life is very important. I'm not gonna take a chance with it because you're scared or something.
Cool. Cool.
I can't have a gun to protect me, but I gotta wear a mask to protect you. That don't make sense to me. That sounds stupid.
Who's threatening you that you need a gun?
I didn't say you was threatening. I'm just stating the fact.
Why do you need a gun?
The law says we can't have a gun to protect ourselves, but we gotta wear a mask to protect somebody else. No, that don't make sense to me, man.
Well,
I gotta wear a mask to protect.
What law says you can't have a gun to protect? Oh, he's probably in a state that doesn't allow residents to own firearms. Like New York or DC or something like that.
Like me, I'm in charge of my health and
security. This is private property, and it's a private business, so we are allowed to make the rules.
Business. The definition of a private business is public accommodation. You're open to the public, man.
We are open to the public, but this is a privately owned business.
The definition of that is public accommodation, man.
And you are not...
You play...
The consequences of what he's talking about, that the definition of a private business is public accommodation, means that a private business can't create any of its own policies, that the policies have to... Oh my god, this is not my game. Let me get out of this game. That a private business can't create any of its own policies. That all policies have to come from the public. That's the consequence of his idea of what a private business is.
Federal taxes, right? You pay federal taxes, right? So that means you got to accommodate everybody.
That does not mean that.
That's not how that works, bro.
We have the right to refuse service.
You have the right to refuse services. For what reason? Because you don't like
Because
for any reason they want. Literally any reason they want. They're a private business.
you are not wearing a mask. You are not following our rules.
That's civil discrimination. Because I'm black.
No, absolutely not.
Well, what the fuck the problem
My
is?
godson's black.
You're not wearing a mask? He's already told you that.
My man, that's
Okay,
not,
so
that
what's
is
the
not
problem?
an issue. You're not wearing a mask.
I
That
don't
is the
have to
issue.
wear a mask. That's
And
not a
you're
law.
yelling at me.
That's not a law.
It's their policy.
You
Yeah, it
yelling
is.
at me?
It's actually a law that if we
Show
tell
it
you,
to me.
if we tell
Show it
you
to
you
me.
have to wear a mask in
Show
our
it to
store,
me. Show me the law.
I'm not going on my.
You can't show me Santa Claus. You can't show me the Easter Bunny. That shit don't exist.
We'll see when the cops get here, sir.
I'm waiting on it.
Me too.
Because I haven't broken the law. You telling me that I got to wear a mask because you said you don't even know me, man.
Yes,
You don't know
correct.
what medical condition I got or nothing.
Everybody else
Doesn't matter.
wears a mask
No,
in here.
everybody don't. My son don't wear a mask. My mama don't wear a mask.
Did
I
your
don't wear
mama
no
come
mask.
in here?
You
Did your
don't
dad?
believe
Did
that
your
shit.
son come in here and wear a mask? Because everybody who comes in here has to wear a
I'm trying to
mask.
spend money and you stopping me. You stopping me from doing business.
I mean, you not being there isn't going to hurt them as a business. I can promise you. It looks like a gas station, right? Or is it a head shop? He's really bitching. This is a fucking head shop. And he's really bitching about having to wear a mask in a head shop.
Sir, you're stopping you.
God.
No, I'm not.
You can just pull
You
that thing
stop
up
me
for
if you
quick.
don't talk about a mask. I told you I can't wear a mask.
Well,
My doctor said
this-
not to
Then send somebody else in there to get whatever you need. Your blunt papers or your bong or whatever you need.
wear
At
one.
this point,
So
we're
now
not.
You a doctor?
At this point, we are not
you got
going
a license
to.
to practice medicine because this is a medical apparatus.
You a lawyer and he's a doctor.
You gonna tell me to wear a medical apparatus? You
I
got a
am
license to
not.
practice
I am not
medicine?
serving you.
Do
Even
you have a letter of
I am not
saying
going
you
to
don't have
serve
a license
you.
to practice medicine?
You will not be
can't tell me
served
to wear
here.
medical device.
Holy shit. Oh my god. Fuckers, god damn it. Oh my god.
Karens in the wild.
I'm totally gonna get shot in the back. I know it.
trying to steal.
Do something my girlfriend taught me how to knock someone out and just got to give her a little.
Look at the Karens. Oh my god. They're trying to steal.
Damn. God damn it. Kill him.
Get away from me! No! No! Stop it!
Wait. I have to rewind this. I didn't see the beginning.
trying to steal.
Do something my girlfriend taught me how to knock someone out and just got to give her a little.
Oh, that's a kid in that little driving thing. Never mind.
Oh my god. They're trying to steal.
I have cancer! Get away from me! No! Stop it!
No, this lady next to us is recording too. Okay, cool. This is so embarrassing. I'm not gonna download that. Okay. Oh my god.
Okay, so with.
Fuck you.
Do not fucking touch me! Don't touch me! My human rights are trumping your bullshit mask mandates! Don't touch me! Don't fucking touch me! You're gonna take your hands off me now. You are going to remove your hands from my fucking person now.
Where, bro?
Get your hands off of me!
Oh my god.
Get your fucking hands off me!
fuck does my nose itch so bad? It's time to go to sleep. Night night. Uh-huh. Oh, not paying attention.
Somebody film this, please. Film this. They're assaulting me.
Wait, how did this start?
You guys
Did
aren't
he...
the police. You're nothing. Human rights are trumping your bullshit mask mandates. Don't touch me. Don't fucking touch me. You're gonna take your hands off me now. You are going to remove.
I want to see how it started. Oh, okay. So the guy, like, grabbed him to get him out, and he had a hissy fit, like a full-on temper tantrum. Alright. We can go back and be like, here. Here we go.
I can't breathe. You're choking me. Somebody film this, please.
Wah, wah, wah.
Film this. They're assaulting me. You guys aren't the police. You're nothing.
I mean, they're nothing, but they're manhandling your ass right now.
Get your hands off of me. Stop doing me. Get your hands off of me. Stop it.
Fuck. I have to fucking hog tie you to carry you out of there, man. Yeah, well.
Nobody's touching you from there.
Karen's in the wild.
Bro, he's right next to you. Shoot him.
Biden, right? Biden is my president.
Serious bitch?
Yeah. Who's using the... Lovely. Lovely.
Do you have anything else you want to say?
No, I don't. Put your mask on.
My mask is on, you dumbass.
Do you want me to exercise for you, too?
Yeah, go ahead.
No,
Exercise your right to get on over there.
Yeah, this is my
right. Go on
right.
over there, bitch. You're behind my car.
You're not driving.
Come on. Come on, get in the car. Pardon me.
Pardon me.
I've been vaccinated. No, we're not. She's harassing us.
No, I'm not. They harassed me.
She's harassing us.
Good, prove it.
Harassing?
She won't let us get in our car.
Kamala Harris is a man. Wait, Kamala Harris is a man.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. Are you going to drive?
Are you a BLM or an Antifa? Do you burn down buildings and kill children? Right?
I can't wait till this gets on Facebook.
I can't wait for it
Yep.
either.
You will be ID'd.
Sounds like
You will
Fox
be
News.
ID'd.
Dox me. Dox me.
Tell her to get away from
Dox
me.
me.
Tell her to get away from me.
Come on, let's go.
Tell her to get away from me. Tell her to get away from me. Tell her to get away from me. I'll call the cops. Get the fuck away.
I dare you.
I don't have a phone.
I fucking dare you.
We are hilarious.
Funny. I'm gonna video you.
That's hilarious.
Look at you with the Lysol. Your Lysol. You can't have Lysol.
That is fun.
You're gonna put Lysol. You miserable bitch.
No, don't do it. Don't do it. You nasty bitch. Oh my god. Could Could you imagine being that much of a bitch to have to do something like this? Don't shoot me, don't shoot me.
Well, personally, I find it acceptable. It is a mosque. Yes, and quite frankly, I think the bacteria on your neck is less than on the mosque. Yeah, the bacteria on the mosque is less than a necklace. So, hey, well done to you. Hey! Brilliant, woman. That's absolutely brilliant.
Don't try to justify it. Don't try to justify it. That's fucking nasty. I'm gonna do one more.
Karens in the wild.
We're going to the back. Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Hi.
Goodbye.
Hi. They are discriminating here. They are discriminating. I have a medical condition. I have a doctor's note as I had nose surgery.
Wait, it's okay.
I had a deviated septum and septoplasty. I'm not
What does that have to do with wearing a mask?
allowed to wear. I had surgery. I'm not allowed to wear a mask.
Relax.
I'm not allowed to wear a mask.
Relax. It's okay. I'm so sorry, ma'am. Just because of our policies, we can't offer you any service just because we don't.
That's interesting because I went to 4 places in here and I ordered at 4 places. You're the 5th one. You're the only one who did this.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. We
No
take
one
this
else
matter
did.
very seriously.
No one else did.
We are very concerned about the pandemic.
Dude, so don't even worry about it. And guess what? I'm 12 feet apart. You've got your mask that's working for you. You've got the plastic. Do you know that in this time I could have just ordered the IT and been done?
Or you could have left.
You realize that, right? Then leave. Don't talk to me that way. And I will. I actually want the corporate phone number. Is what I want, and I want
And you can look that up online.
your name. Give her the business card, and I want it. What is her name?
It's Roxanne.
It's Roxanne. Bye now. Is that the?
Yes, our
where's
phone
the
number is on
corporate?
the back right here. For this location, it's the Glendora one.
No, I want the corporate.
Oh no, yeah, this is a small business, so our owners, that'll be the actual name, like the phone number.
So when I call here, I'm just going to get this shop, and no one's going to be here. I want the manager.
Well, we don't have a manager, we have owners. So because we
Okay,
are
I
a
want
small
the
business.
owner's phone number.
Okay, that's completely
what I
fine.
This
Do you-
isn't going to do me any good to call you guys when I'm right here,
Do you
right?
have a pen or paper? Or would you need one as well?
No, go ahead and give it to me. I'll do it right here, right now.
Okay, that sounds good.
Owner's phone number is
It's going to be 909.
909.
Yeah, this is not something that she should have done.
35.
35. And what is the?
If I was the owner of this business, my employees called me. Well, actually, no. I mean, this was probably at the height of the pandemic. So I guess that makes sense.
Owner's name?
It's going to be Shy.
Shy?
Mm-hmm.
Shy.
Are you a queer? What are you? Looking up your asshole? No, I'm not. Cause you look like you looking up your asshole. There ain't none of these fucking bitches that sitting beside you doing shit about it. Are you okay?
Oh my god.
Cause if you sit there and this boy walk in here with no fucking money, you're not a good goddamn
We didn't even come in here with him.
Well, then goddamn back the fuck up, bitch.
Are you gonna go drive your car right now?
You want to talk? Do you want to do something?
I don't know. Maybe we should get the
You
car.
want to do this? Let's do it.
Let's
do
get
it.
him. Let's get him.
Let's do it. Get it. Get it.
She should, honestly. She's gonna go hurt somebody if you drive your car.
Come on, let's do it.
We should do it.
Let's do it. I'll do it for you. Whatever you
Do it. Go ahead. You should do it.
What the fuck are you? Are you even dressed?
What? How much more can I wear to be
I
dressed?
mean, you like you were in a trailer park. Like you grew up in a.
I look like I was in trailer.
Wow, projection much.
Little trailer.
Oh God, you would know, right?
Alright, that's it for me. I am going to bed. Yup.
Bye.